Alright, hi everyone. So welcome to the new workshops in Business Information System. Today we'll start the first workshop on Microsoft Access. So what is Microsoft Access? Also in this workshop we will cover four main objects in Microsoft Access. Tables will be covered today. Then forms will be in the second workshop. Queries in workshop 3. And report in the last workshop. So the first workshop, we will look at how we import data into Access tables, and I only demonstrate two tables, customer and values. We will learn how to modify table designs and the justifications for doing that. And finally, we will link tables through primary key and foreign keys. So what is a database? So you look at here, I open a complete database on HammerWise. So HammerWise, the same company that we do for Excel, now we will cover into building a Microsoft database for the same company. In Access, you would have four main objects: tables, query, forms, and report. And today we'll focus on tables. So what is a table? As you can see here, table very much look like an Excel spreadsheet. It also have columns. It also have row. And in here, it contains information about a particular objects. Say in this, we'll cover information about customer, maintenance contracts. Yeah. Table is the only objects that store data or information inside the database. The other objects like queries, like form, like report are just tools to make use of the store data in table. Okay, table also have design view. So you right click on the table objects and you go to the design view, and you would see that we have field names, which is the name of the field in the table. We have data type, which allow you to choose a range of the data type for each field. We have description, which is describe about what this field means. Yeah, this description will not be shown in the table view. Then once you click a field name, you see the field property below, and then here you can change further information for that field size, new values, or you click on the field names, and here you can change the field property. For example, if we click on the customer information and click on the C name, down here you see the field size is 40. What it means is it will set the maximum amount of character go into this field to 40. Ignore these default values, you don't have to do anything about it. Caption is what you want to display in the table view. And then you have required field and many other property, which we don't need to worry too much. Also, in the table or in the field names like customer sub and the customer subject, the field size 30, the format should look like there's a greater size. This means something. It will change the format of the content in the subject field to capital, even though you put in a lowercase. In the postcode, you will see that we also put in something called input mask. Yeah, input mask. And if we put 4-digit number here, it will restrict this field to 4 digits. And unlike in Excel, it doesn't restrict what the data go into cells. In Microsoft Access, it will restrict and enforce what information can go into a field. Alright, also let's look at this field we call customer phone. So this is the field size. Don't worry about this. The input mask. Right, in the input mask, if you look on the right hand side here, then when you click on that 3 dots, then it come up with an input mask wizard. It allows you to set the format for this field, and you can test how this format look like. Yeah, when you set that input mask. So if you continue, then you would follow the instruction further given in the lab materials. You would change this input mask, and make sure that every time when you change the input mask, have a look at how it look like. Okay, continue. And if you want to save it, make sure you save it like this because it look better. Not sure if I can show you like this. Right, so this is what you should make it look like, and then you can finish. So this is what we change the table design. Now for this table design task, you would go to page 9. So let me scroll to page 9 here. Right, so you would follow the instructions in this page number 9, and then changing the design of the table. Alright, now how do we create a new database? And also, by the way, when you want to go back and see how the table look like, you change to sheet views, and now you can see that if you put in, say, the postcode, right? If the postcode is 4 letter, you can only have 4 digits go into here. The phone number, because we set to a certain format, so it will look like this when you save it. Alright, so now this here on how to design a table and changing field table name. Then I will show you how to connect the two tables together to create a relationship. After you input the table from Excel, you would have two tables at least, customer and venue. And the relationship between the customer and venue is that one customer can have multiple venues, and each venue belongs to the same customer. So let's create the relationship between customer and venue. So you click on the main menu, you click on database tools, click on relationship. So as you can see here that I already have table customer and venue linking together, and you can see that one customer have many venues and each venue belong to one customer. How do I edit this relationship? You click on the link between the two, double click, and then you see that it linking the CID in the customer with the customer ID to the CID in the venue table, and this will link together. Also, we tick on enforce referential integrity. I will explain in class more about what it means by referential integrity. When you click OK, it will create the link between the two tables. So now these two tables have relationship with each other. Alright, now we'll show you how to create a new database. Yeah. So we start with a new, start a blank database. Okay, so as you can see here, it creates a blank database, have no table at all, and no other objects. So we need to import the data from the Excel inside that database. So I have created this, and once you download from the Canvas website, that we have sample database in spreadsheet like this. So we'll import this data into Access. So click on external data, new source, and form files, Excel. So then we'll browse to where we store those Excel files in my database. So we have customer. So select a default option, do not change anything. And here you see the customer and you see the data here, right? And we accept. Make sure that you select on first row contains column heading. Make sure you tick on this, otherwise your table will look very ugly. Yeah. Go next. Do not change anything. We accept the default values. Okay, Access will ask you, do you want to have a primary key? You can let Access add a primary key or choose your own primary key. In this case, we will let Access create a primary key for us. Okay, because we have not got a primary key. Import into table. Yes, finish. Do not save import steps. Close. So now you see that we have the customer table. Look like this. Alright. And of course, you need to modify this customer table according to the instruction in page 9 on the right hand side, which I already gone through with you in the first part of the video. And similarly, you would then import the second Excel spreadsheet called values into the table, and we'll follow the same procedure. Make sure you tick on first row contain column headings. Primary key, yes, no, we only have a primary key. We call the customer, that's right, let Access create a primary key. Finish. Alright, so you should have customer and value. Don't worry about table 1. When you close it, it will be gone. So once you got two tables like this, then we'll set up the connection, the relationship between the two tables. So that's pretty much one of the key tasks we cover in workshop 1. Thank you for listening.